Okay, there we have it, recording. Okay, so day after Black Friday, it is November 24th, and we're going to talk today about how to invite into webinars, how to invite somebody to hop on and take a look at what you have your hands on. And I always like this phrase, inviting people to take a look at who we are and what we have to offer. Who we are and what we have to offer. Because that will really cover everything. They're going to catch a vibe of not just the opportunity, learn about the company, learn about our product offering, but then they also get to learn about our culture and our leadership because they're watching some information from somebody who is not you. They're seeing it from somebody who is in the business. So the first is identify your audience. Who is your audience? Who is it that you're choosing to invite? Is it going to be your friends and family? Is it going to be your acquaintance? Is it going to be somebody that you don't know really well, but you really would like them to have an opportunity to see what is happening in your business? So the first thing to know is who is your audience. And that's something that you're going to have to determine by creating your list. Your list is really an opportunity for you to divide that list into those 5 categories: friends and family, friends and family, acquaintances, Facebook, people that have influence. Maybe it's your chiropractor, somebody you just have seen that you're like, oh my gosh, this person has such an alignment with what we already do here that I'd love to introduce them to who we are and what we have to offer. And then that's creating a connection, or that's not just to immediately invite them to be on. You have to start creating a relationship or a rapport. And then the 5th is cold market, but that's somebody that you go back to. So the first 2 categories on the list that I would grab would be your friends and family, and then cold market, someone that you've met but maybe hasn't seen anything yet, or you can swing back around and invite them. So when you're inviting or asking someone to hop on and listen to a webinar or a Zoom, what are you doing? You're including them. It's an opportunity. So what are some of those key words that you would think about that you would use to describe this event? It is an event. I don't like hype. So I wouldn't hype it up with, oh my gosh, it's a one-time opportunity. That's not true. Does she or whoever he is doing this webinar, do they do it often? If they don't, then cue in on that. It's a unique opportunity to hear from. And then how do we describe this person? This is the edification piece that is really important when you invite somebody, because you have to tie them into who this person is that they're going to hop on and listen to. So maybe this person is the CEO of a company. It's a really unique opportunity to hear from the heart of our CEO about the company, who we are, and where we're going, and really the vision for the timing of where we are at as a company. And he's going to project out the next 2 years of kind of the position we're in and the direction the company's going to go. And knowing, and then you tie it back into your person, and knowing you were curious, knowing you were open, knowing you are entrepreneurial, knowing you would like a side gig, knowing you expressed an interest, I would love to include you. I would love to have you hop on and take a look. I would love for you to take an opportunity to see a little bit more about what we have to offer, who we are. Are you free Saturday morning at 10 a.m.? Are you available at 2 o'clock on Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon? So who is your audience? Edify the person that you're asking them to hop on and see. Don't have it be specifically about a product or a company or the opportunity. Blanket it together, because we don't want to assume that somebody would or wouldn't want all of it. They just don't know enough. what I have learned is that people don't know what they don't know until they know. And so they don't know until they hear it from somebody other than you, that third party credibility, really. So the invite, if it's friends and family, and it's someone you've already approached and you want to go back around and ask them, take a look, just remember, if you're in a company that's in momentum, if you're in a company that is launching new products, you're constantly have something new to talk about. And if you're in a company that has a space that's untouched or untapped and they're pioneering it, then you have an advantage to invite people to listen in and hear about our cutting edge or about our technology. So what is it about what we have or you have that is unique and different? Why should somebody align with your products or your company versus XYZ? You really have to know what sets you apart, and that confidence here. You don't have to have all the answers. You just have to know where to point people to. So if you're going back and inviting somebody who maybe has already seen it or who's already heard about it and just didn't move or make a decision, then it could be the follow-up. It could be the word choices in the follow-up, or maybe you just didn't follow up. So a great opportunity, especially if you know this is somebody that you would really like aligned with you in your organization or even as a customer, then I always say lead with your intention. People smell a motive a mile away, so lead with it. So if I were to call, remember, friends or family, to people that you know, you've already approached them, it's personal. Let them hear your voice. Don't do it in a text. Don't do it in a Facebook Messenger. It's a quick phone call. Hey, I realized that we've connected about the company and I've shared a little bit and you've seen a little bit, but really I haven't done a good job of just really inviting you to dissect it, really see if it's something that you would even consider wanting to be a part of. If this is a company that you would see yourself fitting into. And there's a really fun lady today that's going to be sharing a little bit more. She's actually one of the industry's top, and then whatever she is. If it's a CEO, he's one of the top consultants in network marketing. And he aligned himself exclusively here. And I would love for you to have an opportunity just to really hear what sets us apart and makes us really unique with our product line and the timing. So state your intention. I would love to work with you. I would absolutely love to work with you. I think it would be fun. I think we could impact and touch and change a lot of lives. And I want to do that with you. There's nothing wrong with letting people know you want to work with them. Absolutely nothing. If anything, it's a compliment. People need to be invited. People need to be asked. They're not going to just jump in your lap and say, let's go, let's do this. They have to catch the vision. And without the invite, it doesn't happen. So if, let's say, you're going to somebody who's a friends and family that hasn't seen it yet, it is personal. So it's a phone call. You can even use Facebook voice if that's more comfortable for you. You talk to your people the way that you normally would talk to your people, but you can't get inflection of voice across in a text message or in a Facebook Messenger. It has to be where they hear you. And I'm going to tell you, stand up when you do your invite. When you're sitting down, you're a little bit more flat, you're more monotone. When you stand up, everything changes. Your posture changes, your energy changes. Did you realize when you exercise, you burn 30% more calories standing up? Don't ever sit on a recumbent bike. I mean, there's just laws of physics. Stand up. And if it's someone you haven't approached yet, then tell them that, hey, a little while ago, I aligned myself with a phenomenal company that's very unique in what they offer, and I wanted to ask for your eyes on it. I'd love to have you take a look at who we are and what we have to offer and just really give me your honest take on it. I honestly would love to work with you. I think it'd be super fun to do something together, but I want you to kind of really dissect it for me and really see if this is something you'd even want to find out more about. If this is a company that you could see yourself even wanting to maybe partner with or align with. There's a really unique opportunity today to hop on. There's a really unique opportunity tomorrow to hop on and learn more. Are you free at? Now, if they come back and say, no, you know what, I'm not. It's whatever. Whatever is their no. Oh, I totally get it. listen, by chance, if there's a recording, if I got it in your hands, would you watch it? And they're probably going to say yes. Okay, great. Now, if they start with an objection, oh, you know what, I'm already so busy. No, 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 no. You check Facebook every day. I believe you're busy, but I just want you to see it. Because if somebody right now offered you another job, you'd go on the interview if it was going to pay you more money. I just want you to see it. I'm not asking you to commit to it. I'm not asking you to say yes. I just want you to see it. So there's so many, variables that are going to go into this. I don't take a no. I want somebody to at least look at it. I don't care if you tell me no. They're not saying no to me. They're not saying no to you. But they've got to look at it. And then your passion, your conviction, your persistence is really what they need to see. And a lot of people think, well, I don't want to be pushy. I don't want to go back around. I already offered it to them. Well, if they don't tell you flat out, I'd rather chew glass and poke a needle in my eye, then it was really either approach or you didn't follow up and ask them directly, is this something that you could see yourself aligning with? What questions do you have for me after you saw that? And you see kind of why I thought of you? It's all about them. So inviting to webinars and Zooms, it really starts with who is your audience, state your intention, and edify your expert. Why would they want to hop on and see this particular person? What does this person uniquely have to offer that somebody else doesn't? Why would you want them to watch this person versus maybe a video? Why do you want them live on it? And of course, live is more exciting, timing of it, you can build momentum from it, but it all really stems from you making a decision that you're going to go and grab that list, the categories of 5 that you have. If it's a cold market person, swing back around. Hey, I know we've had an opportunity to connect a little bit. You've taken a look. There's a really neat edify the expert. There's a really phenomenal, there's a super great opportunity to hear it from another perspective. And it may or may not be for you, but you haven't flat out told me no. You kind of are sitting on the fence with me, and I'd love for you to have another look at it, especially as we've just launched a brand new product. We've just launched a brand new program. We're really just starting, and we're about to hit momentum. And I'd hate to leave you behind because I know you saw that this might be something that you could blend into your life. Most of the time, guys, people really do want something, but it can't be the way that you see it. It has to be the way that they see it. And if you try to force, I will just use the word force. If you try to force, and take this from years of my experience, you try to force somebody into the way that it makes sense for you, you'll lose them. You have to find out how it makes sense for them and then how they see it blending into their life. Try not to corral somebody into a box that they don't fit in. This business is beautiful for the way that it can be in anybody's life. It doesn't have to be exactly the way that you saw it and the way that you're working your business. That's why I love to ask people to take a look and see how it makes sense for them. Because for everybody, it'll make sense differently. So I hope those word choices were helpful. I want to open it up for some Q&A. Do you guys have any questions for me on how to invite into a webinar? Nope. You guys are quiet this morning. Any questions? I can't figure out how to do my screen.
Dana, it's Vicki.
Hi, Vicki.
Hi. Yeah, I've been struggling on inviting to the live Facebook, and I don't know, I just keep coming up with a loss of words, and I only caught your end here because we're kind of traveling right now, but.
Look at your cute hat.
I know, see, hi. So I don't know, I just feel like I just don't have the words. It's different to me from a Zoom than doing the Facebook one.
Well, I did record it. I can send you the recording because I did use words in the beginning.
Perfect.
Yes, I promise I'll send it to you.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. Any other questions? Anybody? Anybody have a question? How to invite? You get stuck. Don't know what to say. All right. Well, I gave it to you. So now you guys have an opportunity to go put it into practice.